Okay, Jay, I'm going to fly. We're going to do this March Brown Mayfly. It's like a little extended body, beautiful little fly. New pattern that I got out, and it's absolutely unbelievable. Got a nice surface look to it. I'm gonna zoom in on this so you can see what we're talking about with that. And let me just put this down onto the camera so you can see this baby. Beautiful wings, and look at the underbelly. That's the key to this fly. If you look at the duns when they're floating down the creek, you see that entire yellow belly, the whole way underneath, even the thorax, the wings, the legs. So that is kind of the key of that fly. So that thing rides right in the water, right in the surface film, just the way they do in the creeks. When you see these March Browns come down there, they're nested. Them and the gray fox are the same thing. They're the exact same. The way they ride in the water, they ride flush to the water. And this guy here is made to ride flush in the water, in the surface film. So let's get tying this guy, show you exactly what we're doing here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a straight pin. Okay, and we're going to put that in the vise there. I'm going to go with the monocord. I'm going to start right on the end here. Put a nice little wrap there at the tip. I'm going to come right through, and I'm not even going to screw around. We're going to get this baby whip finished right here. Beautiful. Nice little deal. That's all whip finished out, and we're ready to add our foam. As we kind of come straight in here, and I want my wraps right on top of each other, so we go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to add my microfibette. So we're just going to take a few of these fibers. Okay, take a little batch of them. Again, it's not one of them deals. Fish don't count, so it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you have enough that you get the job done. Cut them as long as you possibly can. There's a reason for that. Just like there's a reason for everything. So we're going to come, and if we could separate them out a little bit, maybe just a little bit, put some to this side and some to that side, and we're just going to come right over the top and cinch them in. So we end up with tails that are splayed, just like that. Now the rest of the stuff, we're just going to fold over top, underneath, try and hide that, come under, and we're going to actually capture most of them pieces, and we're going to do a little section. See that? There we got a little stub, a little section. Let me get rid of this little bit of microfiber. And we're going to come front again, underneath, and we're going to come right over and make another section, just like that. Okay, we're going to come underneath, and we'll do one more section like that. And we're going to whip finish off. That's our tail, that's our extended body tail. We're going to whip finish that right on. Remember, everything's right on the spot that you finished. Right there. Bam. Done. If you want, you can hit that with glue. I usually don't. These things end up being pretty durable. Going to give myself a little length with the thread, and then just simply take that and pull that off the pin. There you go. See that? And that's your little extended body. Very simple. Nice little deal. Come to our hook. Our hook for this particular fly is actually an eagle claw. It's actually an egg hook. It's a laser sharp nymph scud hook. Okay, and of course everybody's like, well, what the heck could you use that for a drive? Well, it's a nice wide gap hook. It works really well for this. It has enough of flat surface here for all I need to tie on this is my thorax. So I want to come, in fact, I'm going to come and we're going to change the thread to a 6/0 brown, the same thing at a whatever I want to end the head. So we're going to come in and we're going to wrap this guy in. Just like this, we're going to end somewhere in the center of that shank. And now we need to cut some wings out. So our wings are this Rossetti wing material. Okay, and this is basically just a plastic. And there's two sets. There's another one over here, which I had already burned out. Okay, you can see that guy. Already burnt him out. I just wanted to keep this one like this so I could show you how I burn it out. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the piece and I'm coming in with the wing burner right over the top of that fly, of that wing, I'm sorry, of the wing. Then I'm going to take my cauterizer and I'm going to heat that up and I'm going to come right through and we're going to burn this right off and get rid of it completely. Okay, just like that. Any rough edges or anything like that, you just burn them off. Okay, then what happens is you end up with two wings that look something like that. Okay, you pair them up. I'm trying to do all this in the camera so that you can see it. Okay, so you see those two wings there? We're going to pair them up right over top of each other so they look like something. And you can see the shape of the wings, how they come down. Let me hold that back a little bit. See how they come down this way? I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that straight down through in the same shape. Take my scissors and I'm just going to cut that shape right there so that I end up with two loose tips, and I'm going to come right in and I'm going to try to catch both of them right on there. See that? So I caught them both on the wing portion. I'm going to come back and then I'm going to lift up and I'm going to tie underneath them. And that's going to be our wings. So we set our wings just like that. Now, could we come between them and spread them? Sure we could. We could do whatever we want. Spread that out just like that. Okay, you got a beautiful little set of wings there. And you see how far I have them back? Pretty much there or center. It could be a little bit further front. That's not bad. I'm going to leave it right there because till we tie the thorax and everything else on, we'll have plenty of room to finish this fly out. We actually have a little bit of a head in this fly. So, actually, what would be maybe eyeballs coming out. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take some wood duck, because I want to enhance that wing. So when you see through that wing, you see into the wood duck. So I'm going to take a flank feather like this, and I'm going to take all these fibers, and anybody who tied to March Brown knows they have these. Mainly we're tying them with wood duck for a wing. So I'm going to tie this wood duck with a wing and I'm going to add it in. So what I'm going to do is just come in and get a good pinch on that and come back to my tie-in point. We'll get rid of the excess in the front like that. Okay, and now we can lift the whole works, wings and everything, and make a few wraps behind it and hike this whole thing up. Okay, so we're just going to wrap this behind till we get that all hiked up. Just like that. Just kind of get this whole baby into position. I want a little bit more hike. I want that a little bit more hiked up on that wood duck. May take a few wraps, may take a little bit of time to build that up and just get that front, but we're looking for this to stand up, and that's pretty much what we got there. We could easily get them wings in place now. So we're going to put them in place where we want them. Now we can fold the whole thing back tie in front, get them standing up right where you want. Beautiful, that looks good. We got our wood duck entrained inside the wings just like that. It's a nice little look, Till we're done, them other wings will lay back. I want them standing straight up for now because of the other operations that I have. Next operation, we are going to add, in fact, I think what I'm going to do is let's add our extended body on next. So we're going to pull this off, and I am going to put our extended body through right through the foam. Okay? And let me get that in the vise, and then you'll see what I'm talking about here. Okay. I'm going to put that in like that. Beautiful. Just like that. There's our extended body with our tail. Everything good. Everything's looking nice. Going to come back, try and get this wrapped to the back portion there. Just like that. Okay. And I am going to come through and I'm going to wrap right down over the foam and tie in that extended body. You can see I caught a hair of a wood duck, no problem. We'll take care of that. Okay. Come in, tie that up. And remember, we got our thread in there too, so it's going to be even more adorable. Okay, come front, right behind the wing set. Now we're going to go to our hackles. I got a brown and a grizzly. So I got a grizzly. Kind of like this for my March Brown wings. I'm going to lay that in right alongside this wing. I got to come right behind and I'm going to capture that. Okay. And I'm going to come in with the brown. Same thing, the way I prep them is pull everything front and just snip both sides. So you end up with them little barbels that'll catch the thread. Now I'm going to put this one on this side between the wing and the wood duck and just lay it in there. Come right through and catch that. Catch that one. Then you could kind of pull back on this and you can see the two stems sticking out. You see that? The two little stems sticking out? We're just going to tie them right down. Just like that. See, nothing to this fly, huh? Now we could take our two hackle and we could pull our wing front. And let's get this baby wrapped in. So basically we're going to run our hackle right around the back side of the wing. And again, pull that wing back where you want it and let's come right around the front side. Just like that. I'm wrapping the two together. You could do them individually if you want to. And we're going to pull this up like that and tie it off just like you would any standard, what we call the old standard dry fly ties. Okay, so you're doing it the same way as you normally would. And the only difference is this: when we do this, we have this foam right on the belly side. We are going to lift that up. And we're going to figure out about how long we want. So we want that to extend a little bit past the eye of the hook, maybe by 2 eyes. We'll snip that off. Now I'm going to take this foam and I'm going to snip it in half. And this got to be a very delicate little procedure. We're going to fold this back and we're going to bring our foam up and to put that little division in between the hook. Okay, that little snippet we took, put that in between the hook like that, up above the eye, and we could have even kept that longer so we wouldn't have to tease ourselves or make this something that is not. And we just pinch that in. Here we go. Not really liking that. I'm gonna get a little bit more out of that. Gonna get a little more out of that. In fact, I'm gonna cut that slit a little bit further. There we go. If I would have kept this longer, that'd be a lot easier. So now I'm gonna grab the two tips on the two tips above. So I pull them up. There we go. Now I can see that they're up. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Pull that in. We got a few hackle fibers in there. No big deal. We just get rid of them. We're going to pull that back. Give ourselves a little bit of room. And come in behind the eye. With that tie in. You can see what we got there. Beautiful little piece. I'm going to tie a nice head right behind there. Let me just get that back of hair. Tie a nice head in there. Okay. Whip finish. Okay, just like that. Beautiful. Now we can take our extra length, clip that off, just like that. Clip off our piece. Our belly's underneath beautifully. Take a pin, and this is important, and we're going to just pull out those fibers that we tied in. So we got a bunch of fibers there that we had tied in, hackle, and from both sides. We're just going to pull them out. They're there. They're just got to be exposed. Reach in and pull them fibers out, just like that. And that is your little March Brown. Beautiful little fly. And again, you see the yellow the whole time from underneath. It's just a beautiful. This back will go wherever you want, as far as the arch. And we're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful the way that thing untangled there. My goodness. We could snip that off and just put a little teeny bit of glue on that. That little son of a bitch looks like shit. But it'll work. I'm gonna do another video and make this one go away. But it's a nice little fly anyway.